It's Super StarCraft Bros.
Diamond Friday.
Blang. I'm Sparks. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Jay?
I'm okay. I have some coffee. It's a little watered down, but it's good. Would you like some?
I don't drink coffee.
I wasn't going to share with you anyway.
Okay.
It's Friday.
Diamond Friday.
That means high level of play.
Potentially.
So what do we got today on this glorious, glittering Diamond Friday?
We have a PvP on Shakuras Plateau.
Alright.
And then
introduce players, you want me to?
I can do it. I
All
haven't done it in a while. Top left corner we have our red Protoss Monk throwing down that pylon.
Love that pylon.
And in our bottom right corner we have our blue Protoss MrPink.
Love that pylon too.
Do you think he has a friend named Mr. Brain?
Oh, excuse me. Mr. Brain?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they talk about taking over the world daily?
Maybe.
I have not seen that cartoon in forever.
Me neither.
I don't even know if I want to see it. I just... Sometimes the old cartoons, like Pinky and the Brain, they were good, and it's just, you don't want to go back and watch them and see how bad they were. So you don't want your childhood to be ruined. Gateway down for MrPink, as with Monk, so it looks like we have mirror builds, which is not uncommon at the higher levels, where you actually have players doing builds.
Well, there's no really other choice than to throw down a gateway.
Hey, he could have thrown down another pylon.
Or he could have done a forge fast expand, but in the PvP matchup, you don't see Protoss taking expansions quite as often.
No, it's dangerous because you might get cannon rushed, or if they're going gateway units, they'll actually have units out before you can because you spent all your resources on that second nexus. The PvP matchup is actually a very interesting one. It's kind of like ZVZ. Actually, it's kind of like any of the mirror matchups, where it turns into a very, it almost feels standard type of play.
But if you just make the slightest mistake, you lose.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is you have your, alright, we're going Protoss versus Protoss. We're going to do a 4-gate.
Or a 3-gate robo.
Maybe a 3-gate robo. You're probably not going to see a 3-gate Stargate.
You don't see Stargates in this
No,
matchup.
I don't even know what Stargates are anymore. But if your timings are not perfect, if you're not a step ahead of your opponent, you'll lose just because of not having 2 more Stalkers out, not having 2 sentries out, something like that,
yeah.
Which is kind of sad.
Like, I watched an interview with a Protoss player who participates in tournaments and stuff. I can't remember his name right now. He was talking about the PvP matchup, just about how a lot of people think it's luck-based, but like as he said, it's not luck, it's skill.
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't get the force field in exactly the right place, if you don't get any of that done, you lose.
With like games like what StarCraft is, I mean, there is a luck. You get lucky if your opponent misclicks or they throw their force field down wrong, like Iron Sparks was saying. But it comes down to skill, and it's do you have your timings and all of your mechanics perfect so that you will have a better macroed army before your opponent. It all comes down to the macro game. If you have a good solid macro game, then you work on your micro. It looks like the Stalker's on patrol, or it's doing the zigzag! Do the zigzag. Do the zigzag.
It looks like he's probably looking for it. And
Why'd you kick me?
Why is your foot under my chair?
Your chair's all cool and comfortable.
Looks like he was looking for any potential proxy pylons that he may have missed.
Which is kind of another thing is, if you get a proxy pylon stuck into your opponent's base, it's like, I'll just leave it there for a while, I'll come back to you. And then you warp in a bunch of DTs, and it's GG! We abbreviate way too many things in StarCraft.
No, we don't.
Okay.
We need to abbreviate more.
Oh, let's see. Warp Gate tech is almost spot on for the 2 players. MrPink just finished up, and Monk is about to finish up.
That Stalker was moving backwards.
Hey! Michael Jackson came back as a stalker. Which would make sense, because those encase the dead remains.
Hey.
Let's see, we have a small engagement at this proxy pylon. These 2 stalkers are not walking backwards, instead they're choosing to run forward away from this blue army.
Let's see, Monk did have a, I cannot remember the word I was going to say.
I don't know, but it looks like there's the sentry. It cuts that army in half, keeping the zealots on the outside. These stalkers are going to be cleaned up by the units for Monk. That force field, like we said, a good, perfect example of skill, and that's what stopped him from just losing the game right there.
Mm-hmm. Early game, Sentry is pretty much one of the most important units.
Yeah, you do get that early spellcaster as Protoss, and if you can use those force fields correctly, not like I use them, because I queue up a force field and it might set down 5 seconds later.
Well, it's because you can't hold shift.
Shift's evil.
So I like that he did send the Zealot onto the other side of the bush.
Yeah.
That way he can get if
Hey!
there's anything coming.
You! Yes! Go stand over there and tell us if anything's coming. Okay.
So we have a 3-gate robo coming from Monk and a 4-gate robo for Mr. Pink.
Yep, and Mr. Pink did expand on the back of his little attack. So we do have Monk sitting in his base, kind of a little scared to push out with his forces. He might do it after this warp in of Stalkers. Yep. So we might see either Monk push out. Do you think we'll see an expansion out of Monk?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
No, I missed.
What?
The show, Monk.
That was a good show. I liked the first couple seasons.
I stopped watching for some reason.
Didn't you watch it till the end, like the finale?
No.
He was fun. He was a really cool character.
Yeah.
So down below, did you ever watch Pinky and the Brain? Or did you ever watch Monk? What was your favorite thing about it? So Robo Bay finishing up for Mr. Pink.
We have an Immortal coming out for Monk.
Yep, those will definitely be very effective against the Stalkers for Mr. Pink.
I anticipate seeing Observer coming out first for Mr. Pink. Although I could be wrong and he will go for that Immortal since he's saving up those resources.
I just think right now an Immortal would be a little better. It doesn't feel like anyone's going strictly DT just because of the size of their army.
I know, but it would be beneficial to get that Observer out. That way you can get vision of what the other person is doing, and it doesn't really take that much resources.
True. I think the only time we would see an Observer out of these two players right now is if a... how's that building called? No, I always want to call it the Temple of Adun.
Citadel... Temple...
Twilight Council, yes. If one of them was going Blink. But it looks like Mr. Pink's going to go up to Colossus Tech. Mm-hmm. And it looks like Monk is just concentrating on setting up his natural right now.
He'll probably be transferring some Harvesters relatively soon.
Yep. He is a little oversaturated on the main. Good saturation for Mr. Pink, but he is transferring a couple more. We'll probably see some assimilators go down at that expansion.
Mr. Pink is far ahead on the income.
He is. Pull that income tab up. Yes, Mr. Pink has 10 more harvesters than his opponent.
And he's bringing in an average of 300 to 400 more minerals than Monk, which could make the difference.
It could, especially with Mr. Pink going the Colossus route. With that extra income, he's going to be able to get those Colossus on the field.
And he might actually be able to produce off his second robo facility.
I think he will. He has great saturation at both his bases.
I like that he is getting that 4-gen, that we can start with those upgrades. I would like to see the same coming from Monk, however he is instead throwing down the aforementioned Twilight Council.
Citadel of the Doom.
Twilight Council?
Citadel of the Doom.
Your Citadel of the Doom.
Yes!
Got some more Stalkers coming out. I'd like to see a few more Zealots because of the amount of Zealots here. That way they can soak up more of the damage, especially from the Colossus.
The only thing with him, he doesn't know that the Colossus are on the way, but because he does have those sentries, those force fields will make a nice buffer between Mr. Pink's army and Monk's army, so he's probably thinking ranged units will be a little better for that.
Even though he will have that buffer, the Colossus, if Mr. Pink does get thermal lances, it'll just outrange it.
Yes, and right now Mr. Pink is double pumping the Colossus. He has 2 on the field, I believe, right now.
Or he has not gotten thermal lance, which I am disappointed.
Yeah, what's the range? Is it the range on? Is it 7 on a Colossus or 6? Wow, that's a huge increase. I always thought it was 7. It's very uncommon to see Colossus Tech hit the field without that thermal lance at least finished or started.
I know.
I meant to say that the other way around, but oh well.
I know whenever I get my Colossus out, I pretty much start the upgrade before I even start getting a Colossus.
Yeah, it's kind of like some of the upgrades that you get for an Infestor as Zerg is getting that Pathogen Gland upgrade first. Allowing your Infestors to come out with extra energy makes them all the more valuable to your army. Mm-hmm. Having that increased range on your Colossus makes them much more deadly because they get to hang back in Vacation Land and beam in a couple lasers, and that's it.
Let's see. Whose is this?
That is
Monk
Monk's.
does know that Colossus now are out on the field, and he is getting he is getting charged.
He's getting charged. He's getting the legs for his zealots. He is working on his +1/+1 for his ground troops, for everything.
No, just ground troops.
Well, what I never understood is why do Protoss get to share all those upgrades?
You know who else gets to share upgrades?
Zerg, they suck.
So yes, he is getting the attack and armor upgrade, as MrPink is just finishing his own attack upgrade.
Yep, so this will be interesting. We have these two armies macroing up. MrPink, of course, though, is sitting in the middle of the map. It looks like that observer is on a patrol position around the main base, which I really like.
I really would like to see Monk start getting some more of these zealots since he is getting charged, and they will be pretty beneficial to getting close to soak up the damage. Well, if he does choose to research Blink after getting charged, so they'll be able to blink in and take out this Colossus.
Yep, let's see, is he using his chrono boost on these? I know we're sitting about half on that.
Yes, he is
Okay.
consistently using his chrono boost, whereas
MrPink definitely needs to
not.
start using his. That's one of the key things with Protoss issue. With Zerg, it's creep. With Terran, it's calling down your mules and using your scans. With Protoss, it's using that energy. It's something you have to. I'm always amazed when I play Protoss, and in the early game when I get to chrono out those the probes or any of the tech, it's amazing how powerful that chrono boost is. Yes, thank you for that logical and intelligent commentary, Iron Sparks. It looks like we're up for a battle.
Oh
Yeah! Alright, let's see. We're going to pull away some of the overlays for you. These stalkers are a little close to the troops.
I think just because of the sheer amount of Colossus on the field,
Yeah,
it's just going to go sour for Monk.
I think these 5 Colossus are doing their thing. Now that they're going head-to-head with the Immortals, he does lose one.
Almost loses 2 more. Does lose those shields. I found it curious that Mr.
Tears Monk's supply apart. I'm sorry, Aaron Sparks, go ahead.
I guess he's checking for any further expansions, but I found it curious that he chose to get the shield upgrade. That's normally not something you see until after you get 3/3 on attack and
Yeah, it's definitely something late game, unless you're going into Archons or something like that, where it would benefit those troops a little bit more. It's kind of weird. MrPink could have marched up that ramp and destroyed Monk. He was down to 63 supply. Right now he's starting to rebuild. He does have some Immortals coming out, and his upgrades are finishing, including...
Well, these are 2. +2 for attack and armor.
Yeah, it's just about to finish, and Blink is almost finished too for those Stalkers, which are going to give him another strategy to combat those Colossus. He'll be able to blink onto those Colossus and to snipe them.
The Thermal Lance is just being started, so that'll be even more of an advantage for the Stalkers right now, since they have the decreased amount of range they have to jump.
Yeah, they don't have to be like, sprint to it! They can just be like, let's do a jog.
I mean, I know he doesn't know that he's still in the middle right now, but
Yep, that one Immortal was like, yo guys, let's go.
He's still very vastly outnumbered, although he could blink in, so he'd probably use it instead defensively to get back to base.
Yeah, and I would like to see some sentries in the mix and perhaps get some force fields on that ramp. It'd be a splendid good chap.
Even though I think just based on this sheer huge amount of Colossus upgrade, MrPink will take the game. I think he's giving his opponent too much time to have the opportunity to rebuild, get back into the game, where right now he can just go and steamroll.
Perhaps you're right, good sir. I feel like a gay. Cheers, buddy. The word buddy after cheers does not go with British lingo at all.
You almost missed my shoulder.
You're gonna hit me in the neck. Sorry. Are you excited for the London Olympics?
Sure.
Do you know that the Olympic soccer rounds are already going on?
Why not?
I don't know why not. I think they just need more time to play.
Yeah.
So.
They have to do like a million games.
Yeah.
So.
This seriously, Iron Sports. This is getting annoying because MrPink goes in there, womps on Monk, and then pulls back. And
he could have steamrolled him twice. I mean, he's obviously trying to get a maxed out army. I mean, he's going a little slow at it, getting those 4 additional gateways, getting charged, getting attack +2 going.
What? Is he out of minerals at the natural?
Who?
Is Is he's long distance mining with these probes.
Well,
Go down. Go down.
I know he is.
Go down. Go.
I know what you're talking about.
I wanted to see them die.
Well, there.
I like seeing probes die.
You're mean.
They're robots. It's okay.
He did mine out his original base just as MrPink is about to do so, although he already transferred. He does have this third up, fully set, almost fully saturated. He's just ahead in every single aspect of this game and could win if he just chooses to walk in.
It's just he's playing a very casual game. He's almost maxed out. He's adding a bunch of gateways down to that third expansion, and he's pretty much been like, I'll give the guy a chance.
The thing with the PvP matchup, if one of them does go with Colossus, the other player has to do the same.
You either have to invest in some type of air unit.
No, that's not going to happen.
Why?
Because the Stalkers.
Screw the Stalkers.
Well, if you go for an air unit, they're not going to do it. They're not even going to.
Oh, here we go. MrPink evidently had a prior engagement to go to.
He's fully it was maxed out.
He's maxed out upgrade-wise for MrPink. We're sitting at, what, 1-1-1?
Yeah, although it's about to be 2 for the attack.
Yep, and let's see. These Colossus are doing a ton of damage. The Stalkers in the front are giving a great volley of lasers. And Monk GG's out. Mm-hmm. That was unnecessarily long.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I always love seeing more lasers. Don't get me wrong. I like my lasers. But it was long.
He's firing his laser.
What's that from?
I don't know. I see a meme of it from King Dodongo from Legend of Zelda often.
Oh, yeah.
But,
he's firing his laser. Isn't that from Star
charging
Fox?
up his laser.
Isn't that from Star Fox?
I don't know. I should know. I love
We should know this.
Do a barrel roll.
Alright, guys. That has been Diamond Friday. Leave a comment down below on how you thought the game went. Perhaps you thought it was unnecessarily long as well.
Can't let you do that.
Why not? We can let them comment. And hit that like button if you liked the game, or if you had a good week, or if you like pushing buttons.
Yeah, everyone likes pushing buttons.
Yeah, and we'd appreciate a subscribe.
If share it.
Share it, please. And good luck and have fun on your future StarCraft endeavors. Have a great weekend. And Iron Sparks, words of wisdom.
Do a barrel roll.
GG.